Today we're going to be looking at one-step equations. This is our foldable for today. We're going to fold it in like this on both sides. You may cut this top portion off if you would like, and you may also cut on this dotted line. So this is one-step equations. What you're looking for is the operation that it's doing, and you want to do the opposite operation. So for the first one, we have x plus 8 is equal to negative 6. The operation being done is addition of 8. We're adding 8. So to isolate the variable, I must subtract 8. On both sides. We're going to open the foldable. Right here is our space to show our work. I like to draw a line because the equations start getting more complex and it's easy to lose track of what we're doing. If we leave that line on there, it keeps your work organized and help you get the right answer. So again, the operation being done was that add because it's in front of the 8. The opposite operation would be minus. So we have to subtract 8 from both sides. We did it on purpose to cancel that out. We're only left with x on one side, which means we isolated the variable. That equals negative 14. How did I get negative 14? This sign says negative 6 minus 8. If you're not sure, you're welcome to use a calculator. And it will just be negative 6. The negative symbol on this calculator is all the way at the bottom. Negative 6 minus 8. Hit enter and it gives you the negative 14. I also want to bring to your attention that in algebra class, a negative sign and a minus sign are interchangeable. That means that when you see a negative, it could be a minus sign. And when you see a minus sign, it could become a negative sign. Well, let's fold it back up. Let's go to this one. It says P minus 10 is equal to 6.4. We have to identify what operation's being done first, and that is subtraction. So to isolate the variable, I must add 10 to both sides. Subtraction is the opposite of addition. And addition is the opposite of subtraction. Let's open it up to show our work. Remember, I like the 9 to keep it clean and neat. You have to identify the operation that's being done, which is subtraction. That means that we're going to add 10 to both sides. And you did it on purpose to isolate the variable. That means P is on one side by itself. And that equals 16.4. Close it back up. On here, what we have is 7m is equal to negative 49. Remember, this was multiplication. I talked to you before about writing it this way, that it means multiplication, but we don't have to write the parentheses. We should understand that seeing the number next to the letter means multiplication without being told, without it having a sign. The correct terminology is that this is a coefficient and this is a variable. Once you see them stuck together like this, it means multiplication. Since we have multiplication, then to isolate the variable, I must divide. by 7. We're going to open the foldable up to show our work. We're going to draw a line to keep it organized. This is telling me multiplication. That is identifying the operation that we have. That means we have to do division. Don't forget, we want the fraction bar from now on for division. And we're going to divide by 7. So on purpose, we have the m by itself. Don't forget to do it on both sides. Negative 49 divided by 7 is negative 7. On here, what we have is a let's fold it over. We have c divided by 4 is equal to negative 1.3. What we want to do to isolate the variable, I must multiply this time by 4. This is showing division, and we want to divide by 4. I mean, we have division of 4, so we need to multiply by 4. Okay. So I draw the line to keep it neat and organized. We have a division of 4, so I'm going to multiply by 4 to both sides. Don't forget, we don't use that point. We don't use the x. We don't use that star symbol. For multiplication, we're going to try to use parentheses. And you did it on purpose, so you can cancel it out. C is equal to negative 5.2. That is the foldable for one-step equations. We're solving one-step equations.